Thank you for joining us on ERi-TV English News Broadcast. It's now exactly 10:30 p.m. Asmara time, and we are ready for a domestic and international report for February 2nd, 2026. To begin with, I present you the top stories. National Award presented to small and productive agriculture plots. Portable water projects improving livelihoods in high quota subzone. Next round of Russia-Ukraine talks to take place in Abu Dhabi. And China holds strategic dialogue with Russia. Welcome again. Our domestic news, the Public Relations Office of the Ministry of Agriculture reported that the ministry is earnestly working to implement the roadmap aimed at ensuring nutritious food for all, everywhere. According to the report, the ministry, starting from last year, has been giving due attention to small and productive agricultural plots of 1,000 square meters, as well as the expansion of backyard poultry farming and top bar beehives. Currently, small and productive agricultural plots are being implemented on 33,000 plots, and over 2,500 families have become beneficiaries of backyard poultry farming and top bar beehives. As part of the efforts the Ministry of Agriculture is exerting to encourage small and productive agricultural plots, at an activity assessment meeting conducted on January 30th, exemplary farmers were provided certificates of contribution. Agricultural experts who made special contributions to the development of the program, as well as subzones and one region that excelled in the implementation of the program, were awarded special prize. Accordingly, the central region stood first in the implementation of the program, while the subzones of Gala, Nafhi, Isarajaga and Barrikh stood first, second and third respectively. The awards were presented by Mr. Arifina Berhe, Minister of Agriculture. In another news, the portable water projects implemented in high quota subzone were reported to be contributing to the improvement of the livelihoods of citizens. The report was made by residents of the 12 administrative areas in the subzone, indicating that previously they had been compelled to travel long distances to fetch water and were exposed to waterborne diseases. The residents said that as a result of the government's efforts to realize social justice, they have become beneficiaries of potable water supply in their backyards. They have also been able to save time and resources while ensuring better health. The residents further noted that projects which were previously operating using generators are currently operating with solar systems, and that they are now beneficiaries of water services at fair prices. Mr. Akhbarom Takhlai, head of water development, said that in Haikota semi-urban center, there are 5 water distribution centers operating with solar systems. Mr. Henok Tsagai, head of economic development in the subzone, called on residents to wisely use the portable water projects to ensure their sustainability. In another news, training on administration and leadership has been provided to 175 secondary school students, including 64 female students in the Gashbarka region. The training, which was conducted in Barantu, was attended by students from 16 subzones and 33 secondary schools across the region. The training covered the significance and role of organization, the influence of peers, basic concepts of administration, psychological victory, basic religious philosophy, as well as teamwork and collective work. Mr. Takhla Zar'a, head of political and organizational affairs at the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students in the region, said that the objective of the training was to enhance students' awareness, recruit influential students, and promote experience sharing. Noting that the program was part of the 5-year strategic plan of the Union, Mr. Marcos Germatzion, acting head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students in the region, said that the objective is to strengthen youth organization in remote areas of the region and enable them to play a due role in the implementation of development programs. At the event, Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Jabra, Secretary of the PFDJ in the region, provided an extensive briefing on the significance of enhancing the role of youth in the implementation of development programs. In related news, training on administration and leadership has been provided to 250 students, including 137 female students in the Central region. Speaking at the conclusion of the training on January 31st, Mr. Saleh Ahmeddin, chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, urged the trainees to play a due role in implementing the union's programs, using the knowledge they gained from the training and to become role models for their peers. This wraps up our domestic news for this session, dear viewers. We will be back with the international ones after the short break. Welcome back. The next round of U.S.-brokered trilateral talks between Ukraine and Russia will take place in Abu Dhabi from February 4th to 5th, Russia said today, February 2nd, saying talks planned for February 1st had not happened for scheduling reasons. Russia spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Russia and Ukraine had so far managed to narrow their differences on some issues, but had not made similar progress when it came to what he called more complex issues. It is to be recalled that the first round of Russia-Ukraine talks took place from January 23rd to 24th in Abu Dhabi. Moving on, China's director of the Office of the Central Commission for Foreign Affairs, Wang Yi, met with Secretary of the Russian Federation Security Council, Sergei Shoigu, for strategic dialogue in Beijing on Sunday. Noting that China and Russia are each other's largest neighbors and comprehensive strategic partners of coordination for a new era, Wang Yi said the two countries should maintain close communication on major issues concerning bilateral relations, step up mutual support on matters involving each other's core interests, and safeguard their respective and common interests. He further stated that China stands ready to work with Russia to fully implement the important consensus reached by the two heads of state, enhance strategy communication, deepen strategy coordination, and open up new prospects for China-Russia relations in 2026. Russia's Sergei Shoigu, on his part, said that this year marks the 25th anniversary of the signing of the Russia-China Treaty of Good Neighborliness and Friendly Cooperation, and that Russia and China relations are underpinned by mutual respect, mutual trust, equality, and mutual benefit. The Russian side stands ready to continue to firmly support each other with China, enhance bilateral cooperation, and strengthen coordination within multilateral mechanisms, he added. The two sides also conducted in-depth strategic communication on various international and regional issues of mutual concern. According to reports, China and Russia had around $190 billion worth of trade exchange in the year 2025. In today's final report, a catastrophic winter storm that began battering North America on January 23rd has now claimed more than 100 lives across the United States, with the recovery efforts hampered by persistent power outages and a new round of severe weather forecasts for the East Coast. As of Saturday night, over 170,000 households remained without electricity nationwide, leaving vulnerable populations, including thousands of homeless people, struggling to find shelter from life-threatening cold. The storm's fury intensified across the southeast on Saturday, with blizzard conditions slamming North Carolina, Georgia, and South Carolina. In North Carolina, wind chill valleys dropped to about -10 degrees Celsius, forcing the closure of campsites, beaches, and sections of major expressways. The U.S. National Weather Service described the cold snap as exceptionally rare, noting that multiple regions have recorded all-time low temperatures. Southern Florida may experience the lowest temperatures since 1989 in the coming days. Meteorologists warn that the East Coast is poised for another major winter storm, and the National Weather Service has already issued blizzard warnings for Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and several other states. With this, we conclude our domestic and international report for this session, dear viewers, but once more the top stories. talks take place in Abu Dhabi. And China holds strategic dialogue with Russia. Join us again on our tomorrow's broadcast. Until then, stay well.